They put millions of people into the labor camps, prisons, and everything. And this is where the organ harvesting comes in. Okay? They do that, and the growth of the Chinese organ industry goes exponential for 5 years, from 2000 to 2005. And we know that, by the way, this is all a state secret, right? But we know because the hospitals were being built at breakneck speed, and people are starting to go to China to get organ transplants. And they're going to get them, get this, in 2005. There's one instance. This was an Israeli transplant surgeon who was the former head of the Israeli Transplant Association. 2 weeks. He has a patient that says, hey, I'm going to die. I can't wait anymore. I'm setting this up in China in 2 weeks, and they've scheduled it. And wait a sec, he was incredulous, the surgeon, right? Because what does that mean? You can't transplant from a cold body. Yes, it's a very specific situation. Someone has to be brain dead, but body alive, largely. And there's a whole ethics questions about how you determine that, right? But he goes. Like I said, that's impossible. But the guy goes, comes back, and he's got his new heart, right? And then that's when this transplant surgeon understood something horrible is going on. Because first of all, how can you get a perfect match, right? It has to be the right size, the right tissue, right blood type, all of this stuff, right? And 2 weeks? That's impossible. That's why you wait for years, because someone has to just die in the right way. Well, so I'm not going to give you the entire picture of the research because this has taken 20-odd years to do. But basically, they blood type, tissue type, all of that stuff, all of these people that are incarcerated, right? The vulnerable people who are being demonized through government propaganda and so forth and are kind of seen as less than human by the population, using language that's very similar to what the Nazi Germans used in the 1930s to demonize the Jews. And basically, that's how you can, and this is the name of the book I'm writing right now, Kill to Order, right? Because you have a database of everybody's vitals, right? And that's how you can get it. I even know one credible case, I just learned about it in the last month, of 3 days for a liver. Okay, and that's so there are black markets for organs all over the world. To be clear, this is not the organ trade is not unique to communist China, but the scale and just the ability to deliver so quickly because you have a farm, basically, and I hate to say it this way, of living people.